About a year and a half ago, Dot Nash and Cliff Long asked me to assist, and I don't want to claim to be the author of this or one of the authors. We were more of a revisionist of anything else. If you notice, the two contracts are a revision of an older contract that's been used. Some of the terms, some of the provisions are the same. But Dot and Cliff asked me to assist with that, and we met with a committee of brokers and realtors for about a year, a little over a year and a half, going through this. And it was a open committee meeting where we just discussed back and forth some issues, and we're trying to come up with a contract that was not buyer friendly or seller friendly, but was transaction friendly. And the reason that became difficult is because some agents represent buyers more than they represent sellers, and some agents or some brokers represent sellers more than they do buyers. So we were trying to compromise and try to get up with a contract that would be usable for both sides. One of the things that was important to us is to make sure that people did not feel that this was a contract that had to be used just like it was. In other words, it was just a form and you fill in the blanks. It was important for us that the brokers and the agents understood the contract, and that's why we're having a lot of these sessions now. If you'll turn on the new contract to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, turn to page 3 of the contract, paragraph D, which is at the top of the page. It was important for us in going through and revising the contract that the parties to the contract, which are the purchasers and sellers, of course, understood that this contract could be revised. And therefore, these pre-printed terms could be stricken out and changed. And that was not in the old contract. That type of language is not in the old contract. And so, because I'm not a realtor, don't know the logistics of it, I suggested the best thing to do is get a committee together. After about a year and 3 months or so, we still weren't finished with it. There was that many opinions, to give you an idea. It was back and forth, and these were experienced realtors and agents and brokers who had a big interest in it. And we would meet once a week or twice a month, sort of thing, and go through revision after revision after revision, trying to come up with a document that we thought was usable, workable, and transaction friendly. We determined that there was no way we would make a perfect contract. I don't think there's such a thing as a perfect contract. I don't think there's such a thing as a perfect house, okay? Same kind of principle. We can all find defects in them. The thing that we want to try to do is to get a template or a form that's usable and, from my standpoint, and I'll tell you this from my standpoint, protect the agent. Okay, I represent you guys. That's what I'm looking to do. So if it's agent friendly, it's my fault, and I'll certainly confess to that. I'm proud of that. What we were trying to avoid was making it buyer or seller friendly, because it is a form. In doing so, you will see there were things that were added or taken out, and I can't speak for everybody that was on the committee. I can only speak to what I can explain to you the terms if there's a question about those. I can only speak for myself, because it was something that was submitted by the committee and submitted to some others and went to the board and that sort of thing and was approved. It is a work in progress. In other words, we hope to continue to learn as we go through this. I know that the ones that read it, and I could go through the contract page by page. I know y'all don't want to do that. You probably have specific questions, those of you who read it. What I really encourage the agent to do, whether you're the listing agent or buyer agent, read the contract.